Welcome back to Module 2. During this module, we will be exploring and dealing with the concept of communication in the workplace. We have already seen that the world of work can be a scary place. The transition will be a lot more effective if we know how to communicate. This is great in theory, but communication is no simple matter. There is no one single factor that underlies the success of communication. As a public or development worker, your success in influencing your manager, your team, or policy decisions depend on your ability to communicate and present ideas effectively, convincingly, and credibly. Nonetheless, our ability to contribute in the area of communication is one of the primary ways that we are judged by others, and this is particularly so in the workplace. With these factors in mind, this module has been designed to help you understand what communication is and help you to communicate effectively. Explain communication as a two-way process, understand functions, methods, and types of communication, as well as describe potential barriers to communication and give potential solutions to each. Let's begin by asking ourselves, why do we communicate? Well, the main reasons we communicate are to share and solve problems, persuade, inform, influence, and interact, educate, evaluate, and entertain, direct, and to convey feelings, messages, information sharing, learning, and complaints. Body language. Body language communicates attitude to our colleagues and can reinforce or contradict our words. Understanding body language can help you reinforce your verbal message with non-verbal language and understand your colleagues better. Your body language also conveys your professional stature and self-confidence. Remember the following points when considering the respective body language characteristics. Let's begin with eye contact. Look at somebody's eyes until you know that they know you looked at their eyes. Look down to break the eye contact. Staring holes into someone is uncomfortable and can be considered as aggressive. And people from other cultures consider direct eye contact as offensive. Be sensitive and take your cue from your colleagues. Next, smiling and the results thereof. Show everybody that you enjoy your work and helping him or her by smiling at appropriate times. Often if you smile, even if you are not feeling at your best, your brain does not know the difference and thinks you are happy. This results in you cheering yourself up. Gestures and the message they send. The manner in which you gesture, especially during tense conversations, can mean the difference between sending a message of trust and cooperation or one of defensiveness. For example, placing hands on your hips conveys annoyance. Arms across your chest suggests distrust. Slamming something down abruptly can suggest that you are angry. Always keep your arms open. It suggests caring, cooperation, and trust. Understanding posture. Slouching and leaning sends the wrong message. I am tired, bored, or uninterested in your concerns. A military stance is not needed. Take note. An alert posture reinforces the feeling that you are interested in helping. Tone of voice and what it conveys. Your tone of voice can be interested and caring, aggressive, or submissive. Interested and caring works best. Notice the tone of voice of others with whom you speak and the feeling it creates in you. Pay attention to yours and be certain it conveys the appropriate feelings. This is especially important on the phone when other visual clues are missing from the conversation. You might have heard a smile on the phone before. The muscles that form your smile can actually cause your vocal cords to produce a warmer sound. We can now move on to listening, and in particular, how to practice active listening. Active listening means listening with your whole mind and body, not just with your ears. If you practice active listening, people will think that you care and you gain a more comprehensive picture of the situation. Remember, Greater understanding allows you to respond more effectively. The greatest need customers have is to be listened to. Practice these techniques to improve your active listening skills. Stop all other work and focus on the person in front of you. Maintain eye contact, ask relevant questions, take notes, avoid jumping to conclusions, control your emotions, repeat the concern as you understand it. Judge the content of the message, not the speaker. Identify what the person in front of you expects. Avoid making people feel at fault. Avoid giving excuses and avoid blaming others. An assertive approach to telephonic skills. Take an assertive approach to the phone. Often the call you do not return is the one that gets you in trouble. Answer the phone within 3 rings. Record the caller's name so that you can use it in the conversation. Take notes while the caller explains and the reason for the call. Do not answer the phone with your mouth full of food or whilst chewing gum. Take messages effectively by taking note of the date and time. When you're recording the caller's name, check spelling and remember to take down their company, phone number and extension too. Record the message accurately and completely. Screen important and urgent calls. Return calls within a reasonable time on the same day you received the message. When leaving messages, speak distinctly and avoid long drawn-out messages. Leave your name, company, phone number and extension, then repeat the information in case it was not clear the first time.
Thank you for calling from Skalkwyk Shipping. You're speaking to Meredith. How can I help you?
Yes, hi Meredith. I would like to schedule a meeting for later, please, with someone in sales, preferably.
Okay, no problem. Can I take your name, please, sir?
Yes, it's Alwyn Bosch.
And do you spell that Bosch?
Yes, that's correct.
Fantastic. All I need from you now is your company name and your telephone number, Mr. Bosch.
My company name is Bosch Electronics, and the number is 021 438 1257.
No problem, Mr. Bosch. I'll pass your message straight on to Mr. van Skalkwyk. Thank you for calling van Skalkwyk Shipping and have a lovely day.
Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Communication is the sending of information that is received and understood. We communicate by speaking, writing, and by sending non-verbal messages. Remember, with all forms of communication, understanding is the key. Let's look at faxes and emails in a little more detail. A fax is really just a letter that finds its way to the reader quicker. As it is very similar to a letter, most of the rules for business letter writing applies to the fax, although it is less formal. Advantages of sending a fax include: sending is quicker, which in turn makes the receipt of feedback quicker. It is a simple process. A record is kept of the message, and it is a useful way of providing evidence of something. Take note of these points to help you in the writing of your fax letter. You will usually use a fax template with your firm's details to ensure consistency. You must include the amount of pages within the fax. Keep the fax short, clear and concise. Your greeting and close can be less formal than for a letter. Keep a copy of the success receipt and remember the same professional standards which apply to all written documents apply to the fax as well. The email. Just like a fax, the email is also an electronic document, but it reaches its audience in mere seconds. Due to the fact that emails are cheap, fast and convenient, they have become the written communication of choice in the new business environment. Let's briefly discuss the correct methods of email use. Your tone and degree of formality should be situational. If you are communicating with someone for the first time, it is wise to use dear as a greeting and yours faithfully as a close. Be friendly and courteous in your email correspondence. Use your subject box in your email as a heading. Keep your email short, It is meant for quick communication. In the same way, if the body of an email becomes too long, through repetitive replies, either edit the earlier references or pick up the phone. Do not complete your entire email in capital letters. It will appear as though you are shouting. Only add attachments to your email if it is necessary. Don't send personal information via email. It is not as private as you think. File your emails logically for ease of reference. Develop a signature block with you and your firm's details contained within. Remember to be careful when replying and not to reply to all if you only want to reply to one sender. And that brings us to the end of Module 2 on communication. Please complete the short assessment on the learning platform now. Module 4.